Hello everyone. We have discussed nutrition in organisms in the last sections. The food material taken in during the process of nutrition is used in the cells to provide energy for various life processes. In this session, we'll be seeing how the energy is released from the food which is absorbed during nutrition. As we all know, living things respire. Surely, it is one of the characteristics of all living organisms. But there is a lot of confusion between respiration and breathing. Respiration is a process that includes breathing, the movement of air in and out of the body, and vice versa, is known as breathing. For example, animals such as earthworm breathe through their skin. Fishes use gills for breathing, and plants exchange gases through tiny pores called stomata, which are present mainly on the surface of the leaves. Now, let us see how this process of respiration takes place and how energy is released from the absorbed food. Respiration is the process by which food is burnt in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. It takes place in the mitochondria of these cells. The energy released during respiration is used to make ATP molecules, that is adenosine triphosphate molecule, from adenosine diphosphate molecule and inorganic phosphate. Energy is stored in the cells in the form of ATP molecules. When the cells need energy, ATP is broken down in the presence of water to form ADP and energy is released. Let us talk about types of respiration. There are two types of respiration. They are aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Let's begin with aerobic respiration. The respiration which takes place in the presence of oxygen is called aerobic respiration. It produces a lot of energy. The end products are carbon dioxide, water, and energy. It takes place in most of the organisms. In aerobic respiration, glucose is converted into pyruvate, that is a 3-carbon molecule in the cytoplasm in the presence of oxygen, and then in the presence of oxygen, pyruvate is again converted into carbon dioxide, water, and energy in the mitochondria. In anaerobic respiration, that is the respiration which takes place in the absence of oxygen, this produces less energy compared to aerobic respiration. The end product are lactic acid or ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. It takes place in the muscle cells and in the yeast. In anaerobic respiration, in muscle cells, glucose is converted into pyruvate, and in the absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into lactic acid and energy. In anaerobic respiration in yeast, glucose is converted into pyruvate, and in absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. This process is called as fermentation. Here is the pathway for the breakdown of glucose in various conditions. First, you can see in the presence of oxygen in the cytoplasm, glucose is broken down into pyruvate and energy. In presence of oxygen, that is in mitochondria, carbon dioxide, water, and energy is released. In our muscle cells, in the absence of oxygen, lactic acid and energy are formed. Whereas in yeast, in the absence of oxygen, ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy is released. You might have observed the muscle catches or the muscle pain if you have sudden more physical activity. It is due to the production of lactic acid in the muscle cells. For more physical activity, you require more oxygen. And during physical activities, if there is lack of oxygen, then lactic acid is formed, which may cause cramps in the later time. Now let us see how respiration occurs in humans. Let us talk about the system which helps in the respiration in humans. The main organs of the respiratory system are nostrils, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, lung, and the diaphragm. As the air enters through the nostrils, the hair and the mucus present in the nostrils traps the dust particles. Then it passes through the pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and enters the lungs. The trachea has rings of cartilage which prevents it from collapsing when there is no air in the trachea. The bronchi divides into smaller tubes called bronchioles, which ends in tiny air sacs called alveoli. The alveoli is supplied with blood vessels through which exchange of gases takes place. The alveoli helps to increase the surface area for exchange of gases. Here, exchange of gases takes place through diffusion. Now let us see the mechanism of breathing in humans. When we breathe in air, the muscles of diaphragm contracts and moves downwards, and the chest cavity expands, the air enters into the lungs. When we breathe out air, the muscles of the diaphragm relax and moves upward, and the chest cavity contracts and air goes out of the lungs. Animals have evolved different organs for uptake of oxygen from the environment and for getting rid of the carbon dioxide produced. Terrestrial animals can breathe the oxygen in the atmosphere, but the animals that live in water need to use the oxygen dissolved in water. Since the amount of dissolved oxygen is very low compared to the amount of oxygen present in air, the rate of breathing in aquatic animals is much faster than that is seen in terrestrial organisms. Fishes take in water through their mouths and force it past the gills, where the dissolved oxygen is taken up by the blood.